Nigeria is facing a severe crisis with the rise of banditry and terrorism, especially in its northwest region. These issues have deep historical roots and are driven by a mix of socio-economic factors, poor governance, and external influences. The historical roots of banditry in Nigeria are tied to colonial legacies, economic disparities, and governance issues. Socio-economic factors like unemployment, lack of education, and global economic trends fuel banditry. Effective security measures, including border control and community policing, are crucial to tackling banditry. Community engagement and peace-building efforts can help address long-standing ethnic tensions and grievances. International cooperation and the use of technology are vital for comprehensive solutions to combat banditry. Historical context and root causes of banditry. The roots of banditry in Nigeria can be traced back to the colonial era. During this time, colonial legacies created divisions among ethnic groups, leading to long-standing tensions. These divisions were often exploited, causing conflicts that have persisted into modern times. Economic disparities and the struggle for resource control have also fueled banditry. In regions where resources like land and water are scarce, competition can become violent. This is especially true in areas where cattle rustling has been a traditional practice but has now turned more violent due to uncertainty about governance. Poor governance and corruption have exacerbated the problem. Weak security apparatus and undergoverned spaces provide fertile ground for banditry to thrive. The lack of effective law enforcement and the prevalence of corruption make it difficult to combat these criminal activities effectively. The rise of banditry coincides with Nigeria's return to democratic governance in 1999, highlighting the need for robust institutions and political will to address the issue. In summary, the historical context and root causes of banditry in Nigeria are complex and multifaceted, involving colonial legacies, economic disparities, and governance deficits. Socio-economic factors contributing to banditry. Unemployment and poverty. High unemployment rates and widespread poverty are significant contributors to banditry in Nigeria. Many young people, unable to find jobs, turn to crime as a means of survival. The lack of economic opportunities makes them vulnerable to recruitment by bandit groups who often offer financial incentives. Educational deficiencies. The region affected by banditry also suffers from high levels of illiteracy. Poor educational infrastructure and limited access to quality education leave many young people without the skills needed for gainful employment. This educational gap further exacerbates the problem of unemployment and poverty, creating a cycle that fuels banditry. Impact of global economic trends. Global economic trends also play a role in exacerbating banditry. Economic downturns, fluctuating commodity prices, and international trade issues can lead to increased poverty and unemployment. These global factors trickle down to local communities, making it even harder for people to find stable employment and increasing the allure of banditry as an alternative means of income. The socio-economic environment in Nigeria, marked by high unemployment rates and poor educational opportunities, creates a fertile ground for banditry. Addressing these root causes is essential for any long-term solution to the problem. Security sector reforms and border control. Strengthening border surveillance. To tackle banditry, improving border security is crucial. The government has made efforts to enhance border security, recognizing its importance. This includes recruiting and training customs and immigration personnel to boost surveillance. Additionally, addressing corruption within border patrols is essential as it remains a significant issue. Enhancing law enforcement capabilities. Improving law enforcement is vital for gathering intelligence and tracking criminal groups. The federal government must prioritize law enforcement solutions to combat rising insecurity. This involves increasing the size, funding, training, and support for security forces. Community policing initiatives. Decentralized policing can create a community-focused system. This allows for local input on policing strategies, making them more effective. Community policing encourages collaboration between law enforcement and residents, fostering trust and cooperation. Addressing security challenges requires a multifaceted approach, combining border security, law enforcement, and community engagement. Peace building and community engagement. Negotiated settlements are essential for resolving conflicts between ethnic groups. Creating dialogue platforms where different groups can discuss their issues helps build trust and understanding. These platforms can be facilitated by neutral parties to ensure fairness and transparency. Civil society organizations, or CSOs, play a crucial role in peace building. They work with community members, faith leaders, and local officials on community-driven peace-building initiatives. These initiatives aim to establish dialogue, build trust, and promote peaceful coexistence. Community-based conflict resolution involves local communities in the peace-building process. This approach empowers communities to take charge of their own peace and security. It includes training community leaders in conflict resolution techniques and encouraging the participation of all community members in peace initiatives. Engaging communities in peace-building efforts fosters a sense of ownership and responsibility, making peace more sustainable in the long run. Role of technology and intelligence in combating banditry. Electronic surveillance systems are crucial in the fight against banditry. Drones and CCTV cameras can monitor vast areas, especially under-governed spaces, providing real-time data to security forces. This helps in tracking bandits' movements and planning timely interventions. Data-driven policing involves using data analytics to predict and prevent crime. By analyzing crime patterns and trends, law enforcement can allocate resources more effectively. This method also helps in identifying hotspots and understanding the modus operandi of bandits. Cybersecurity measures are essential to protect sensitive information from being accessed by bandits. Implementing strong cybersecurity protocols ensures that communication and data remain secure, preventing bandits from exploiting any vulnerabilities. Technology and intelligence are not just tools, but essential components in the strategy to eradicate banditry in Nigeria. They provide the means to monitor, predict, and prevent criminal activities, making communities safer. International cooperation and regional strategies. Cross-border collaboration. To effectively combat banditry and terrorism, cross-border collaboration is essential. Countries in the region must work together to share intelligence and coordinate their efforts. This can be achieved through joint military operations and regular meetings between security agencies. The Northwest Governors Forum and UNDP have been instrumental in fostering such cooperation. International aid and support. International aid plays a crucial role in providing the necessary resources for combating banditry. Financial assistance, training programs, and technological support from global partners can significantly enhance local capabilities. Organizations like the United Nations and the European Union have been active in offering such support. Regional security agreements are vital for maintaining long-term stability. These agreements can include mutual defense pacts, shared intelligence frameworks, and coordinated border patrols. By working together, countries can create a more secure environment that discourages criminal activities. Impact of banditry on rural communities. In states like Zamfara, Katsina, and Kaduna, banditry has resulted in massive displacement. For instance, in Zamfara state alone, 700,000 rural residents have been displaced. This displacement creates a humanitarian crisis, with people lacking basic necessities like food, shelter, and healthcare. Economic disruption and food security. Banditry disrupts the local economy, particularly agriculture, which is the main source of livelihood in rural areas. The attacks have led to a significant increase in food prices, contributing to nearly 20% consumer inflation in 2021. This economic disruption exacerbates poverty and makes it difficult for families to sustain themselves. The constant threat of bandit attacks has severe psychosocial effects on residents. People live in fear, which affects their mental health and overall well-being. The trauma from these attacks can have long-lasting impacts, making it difficult for communities to recover and rebuild. The impact of banditry on rural communities is profound, affecting every aspect of life from economic stability to mental health. Addressing this issue requires a comprehensive approach that includes security measures, economic support, and mental health services. In conclusion, eradicating banditry and terrorism in Nigeria requires a multifaceted approach. The root causes, such as poverty, unemployment, and lack of education, must be addressed to prevent individuals from turning to crime. Strengthening the security sector, improving border controls, and fostering community-based policing are essential steps. Additionally, promoting peace-building and development initiatives can help bridge the gaps between different communities. By tackling these issues holistically, Nigeria can work towards a safer and more prosperous future for all its citizens. What is the main cause of banditry in Nigeria? The main cause of banditry in Nigeria is economic hardship. Many people turn to banditry due to poverty, unemployment, and lack of opportunities. How does banditry affect rural communities in Nigeria? Banditry causes displacement, economic disruption, and food insecurity in rural communities. It also has severe psychosocial effects on residents. What role does technology play in combating banditry? Technology helps in fighting banditry through electronic surveillance systems, data-driven policing, and cybersecurity measures. How can community engagement help in peace building? Community engagement can help in peace building by fostering negotiated settlements between ethnic groups and promoting community-based conflict resolution. Why is international cooperation important in addressing banditry in Nigeria? International cooperation is crucial for cross-border collaboration, securing international aid, and forming regional security agreements to combat banditry effectively. What are the socio-economic factors contributing to banditry? Unemployment, poverty, and educational deficiencies are key socio-economic factors that contribute to banditry.